Hey guys, how's it going? It's Miguel. I'm back again here with another video. It's been a while since I have done one of these. And the reason for that is that I'm in school now, so I have to dedicate more time to my studies and going to lecture and all of that all of that good jazz. But today I want to talk about a conference. Well, it's like an event that I recently went to this week. I guess today's Thanksgiving weekend, so happy Thanksgiving weekend for all of you guys there. The conference was about a guy named Dean Graziosi, and he's a multi-millionaire. He started doing real estate. That's how he started earning money. Now he wrote a book, and now he's got a bunch of different sources of income, right? So on this workshop, on this event, he was not actually present, but it was a live video. So where he talked about the habits that shape his success, right? He has a book that he's pushing that is called Millionaire Success Habits, right? And we all got a copy of the free book, so that was really nice. I'm reading it so far. It's pretty interesting, right? Yeah, he had someone else there doing a training for us, and it was about wholesaling. That's where you get a contract for a house, and then you can flip it. You sell it to an investor, right? That's like the gist of wholesaling. You find the property, you do the contract, then you find the buyers, and then the buyers will buy it, obviously, and you get a commission out of that, right? And but he was also telling us about some success habits that he wants us to implement into our life. And the first one that he mentioned was we need to find a mentor, right? Because what is a mentor? A mentor is someone that has already done it, pretty much, right? Someone that has already been into that path, someone that has already made the mistakes that you potentially are gonna make, right? So by talking to this mentor, by asking them to teach you, you're gonna cut the learning curve, and you're actually going to get ahead more quickly. Because if you follow what this mentor is gonna teach you, it doesn't matter what the subject is, right? If you want to learn to be a good cook, you go find a chef, or online, right? You're trying to find the best that you can find, and that way you learn so much quicker. And believe it or not, there is people out there that they want to help you, because at one point in time they were actually in our shoes, where we are right now, where we're struggling. People didn't just become successful overnight. It took them some time, effort, energy, hustle, grind, work ethic, you name it. But the case being is that that just didn't happen overnight. And most likely, that mentor had a mentor, right? So it's kind of funny how everything just connects and you start to realize like, oh yeah, that's right. He had a mentor, then he had a mentor, and he had a mentor. Because in a way, if you think about it, school system, we have a mentor, which is our teacher, right? Since the day we're like little kids until we graduate school, then university, we have like a mentor. But he's not teaching us like one-on-one, right? So it's a little bit different. But the point being is that we had a mentor since we were young. Another success habit that he wants us to implement is that every morning write 2 things that you're grateful for, right? And then, what was the other one? Oh my God. Okay, I'll come back to it later. And by being grateful early in the morning, you actually set your state of mind to be grateful, right? And the other thing that he wanted us to do is he wanted us to not check our phones first thing in the morning. And that's I sometimes struggle with this one because we want to be connected all the time, right? So we're constantly going, right, to a faster pace that we can even handle, that we just focus on instant gratification, the phone, the click, notification, text message, oh, what's going on today, blah blah blah. You know, most of the times it's depressing stuff. You see the news, or you scroll to your Facebook feed, you see all these successful people, and you're like, man, how come I don't have that success yet? And that will frame your mind, that will set your mind to being on that down state. So that's why it's important to change it to a grateful state, right? Because the way you're feeling dictates, pretty much your life in that moment. Right now, I feel like really good and grateful. So I'm just trying to give back to you guys. I'm trying to teach this to people that are not aware of it, right? Because reality is, a lot of people, they don't really know this. And I believe it's crucial if people want to be successful, not just financially, but in every area of their life, right? Health, love, happiness, you name it. Success is not an accident, right? So coming back to that success habit, he wants us to put away their phones for first 10 minutes of waking up, and instead using that time to write 2 things that we're grateful for. Every day, there is so many things, so don't use the same ones, right? You gotta be creative and think deeper. And this level of deep thinking will actually surprise you, because you're like, oh man, I didn't know. I'm so grateful for the trees that are around me and all the nature that's around me, because if it wasn't for them, I won't be getting this oxygen clean, right? This much. I'm just crossing the street, so I'm just making sure I don't get run over. Yeah, so you're thinking so grateful for the trees because they're taking my carbon monoxide and they're giving me oxygen, clean oxygen, right? So just things like that all came from gratitude and just a level of deep thinking, right? There's so many things that you can be grateful for. So I promise you that you're not gonna run out of ideas. Another success habit that he mentioned and that he really focuses on his book is that it doesn't matter what you're doing, do your best, right? Whether it's working in your own business, working for someone, working in a job, or just simply doing stuff. He says, everything that you do your best, because you never know, what will happen, what's gonna happen. And also because this is actually setting your mind to do your best always, right? Like, why wouldn't we want to do our best always, right? So everything that we do, we have to do our best, right? That's our goal. That's the habit that we need to implement into our lives. Again, these success habits are not simply gonna be like done overnight, right? Most of the times we need to replace an old habit with a good one, right? The key is to implement the new habits slowly, right? Don't just try to change 10 habits all at once, because what's gonna happen most likely is that you're gonna fail. So instead, little by little, step by step, you need to incorporate one habit at a time, right? Maybe try waking up, putting your phone away, right? Try that for a week, 2 weeks, see how that feels, see how that works. And then after you have that habit down, start with the next one, right? Now you're gonna start writing 2 things that you're grateful for every day, every morning. Boom, 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 boom. You're just building that muscle, right? The way our brain works is neuroplasticity, right? If we do something constantly, it just becomes human nature for us. So we're most likely gonna do it over and over until we interrupt that pattern and find another habit that's gonna replace it. So for example, for me, I need to make this, the making of these videos a habit, because it will help you guys and it will also help me. So it's a win-win situation. Another habit that he says that we need to incorporate into our lives is that, what was it? Okay, work ethic. Oh yeah, like we need to be what's the word? Resilient, right? He told us a story about a guy who was working door to door, and he was saying that you need to learn how to be optimistic all the time, despite of rejection. So he told a story about this one guy that he had to knock, 50 doors, 100 doors, and all of them were rejection, all over and over. So he had to learn how to be on a right state of mind once he knocked that 51st door, that 101 door, because that one was the one that got him the sale. And this is just like life. Like, opportunities are not gonna come every day, right? They might come 50, 100, 101 times. And what we need to really focus and try to do is we have to be ready, right? Our state of mind needs to be ready. Sometimes we have bad days, right? We're not perfect. So most likely we're gonna fail in some point in our lives. At some point in our life, someone's gonna betray us, right? We're gonna lose money. We're not gonna get the job that we want. There's so many things that can happen. But the key here is that we need to be resilient, and we need to be willing to have the right attitude and mindset. Because if we do this, like, no matter what the outcome is, we're gonna be always positive, always good, right? So that was another habit that really like stick with me, because I did a sales for Bivent, and I know what it's like to knock 50, 100 doors. It gets really kind of depressing, if you ask me. But the key for that is that you need to be resilient, right? And be in the right state of mind every single door, because you never know which door is the one that's gonna get you the sale. So this was just a little quick recap of the success habits that Graziosi, which is by the way a partner with of Tony Robbins and other guys. It's a really successful guy. If you guys want to look him up, that success habits that he wants us to implement into our lives, right? And like, don't take this. What's the saying? Don't just like believe what I'm saying, right? Because sometimes people might lie. So just try yourself, right? This is like everything, like in life. You shouldn't just believe what other people tell you, right? I mean, it's arguable, but like when it comes to like, I guess, like learning, right? And if you're like you have no expertise in the subject, just listen with an open mind, and just what's it called? And just understand that the other person might be wrong. So in this case, I learned those were the habits that Graziosi said that some of the Millionaire people had in common, and they did them, right? So I'm not a millionaire yet. So I haven't really experienced that, but I'm trying them out, and it just feels better, right? So for you, it might be different. You might not feel anything, right? Or you might think it's pointless. But for the rest of you that are actually committed and think that these are good habits that can help you, just try them out, for a few weeks or even months, and see if they help you. I'm just crossing the streets here, and all the cars are coming. They're probably wondering, oh, what is this guy doing? Yeah, just try them out. Sorry for the long video. I hope you guys had. I hope, man, see, this is why I need to keep the videos like every week, because I'm like forgetting the words, like what's going on. I hope that you guys took some value out of this message, and yeah, live with passion and go crush your goals. See you guys.